Hey guys, do you know where your foundation is? Because if it's not in Jesus Christ, you will be washed away. Things are ramping up and they're only beginning. They're only beginning. Once again, I'm talking to my LDS people. Everybody else is welcome to pay attention because we all have a problem with where we keep our foundations. But we're going to specifically be trying to get through to the LDS community. Okay. We went to church with my sister-in-law about a year ago because they have little children and we were there visiting, and I just didn't want to cause any issues with why aren't they going to church. So, hey, we went to church. Anybody can do anything for 2 hours, right? Of course, we went there on a fast Sunday. I don't know how we managed that, but that was beautiful. Mercy sakes. Okay, so we go into gospel doctrine, right? And the very first thing out of the gate, they recite Helaman 5:12. I'm gonna recite this for you. For those of you that aren't Mormon, this is in the Book of Mormon. So Helaman 5:12. And now, my sons, remember that it is upon the rock of our Redeemer, who is Christ, the Son of God, that ye must build your foundation. That's only part of it. The rest of it goes into like the wise man and foolish man. And I'm like, whoa, this is going to be a good lesson. They're finally going to talk about Christ now. He needs to be your foundation. And I thought, yes, this is good. Immediately after reading that scripture, the teacher literally and truly said, so what are some of your foundations? And I died. I just died. I could not believe it. And then what's worse is people started raising their hands. Oh, mine's in my calling. Mine's in the temple. Mine's in the prophet. I died. You guys, the storm is at your door. Let's recall the wise men and foolish men. The foolish man built his house upon the sand, a shifty foundation. The wise man built his house upon the rock. The rock is Jesus Christ. And the winds came, the storms came. Regardless of where you build your foundation, the storms are coming. I believe, if you've listened to any of my other videos, I believe the storm is here and that it is beginning. That's why I'm doing this video. I had a dream one time. It was after we'd left the church. And we were in a restaurant. And it was a Sunday. And two of my friends were there. And I was like, oh my gosh, hi. And they came and sat by us. And we were talking. And President Uchtdorf came in. And came and sat down right next to me. And he put his arm across my back. And he's like, tell me what you've been learning. He was like intently interested. And I just kind of laughed like, who am I? Why are you talking to me? And another thought that went through my head is, hey, it's Sunday. What are you doing in a restaurant? Well, I look over at my friends after I had looked at Uchtdorf because he was, talking to me. I looked over at my friends and they had a calendula on their nose, those oxygen ones. And every time I would say something that was a little difficult to hear, anti-Mormon, okay, little difficult to hear, they would take a huge breath with their calendula. And the Lord told me, this is what's happening with the Mormon community. They're staying connected, and if they hear anything that's a little objective, they just get back into it. Get reading those scriptures. Get the church is true, and they double down and triple down, and they're so scared. I can imagine being that scared because I think if you saw me 5 years ago, I probably would be just like that. So, not judging, I'm telling you what I saw in my dream. And so when you try to speak with the LDS community, that's what you're going up against, is brainwashing at its finest and fear, absolute fear. So my warning to you is that you are about to be squoze. And yes, that is a word because I just said it. Now it's a word. You are going to be squoze. And God is going to see what is really inside of you. And I'm not saying LDS people are bad people. Not all of them are doing nefarious activities. But the bad thing is that they're looking to man to lead them. They're looking for a prophet to tell them what to do, to either make it back to God or to be safe. They're not looking to Jesus Christ. That's the biggest reason it is so, so bad. How many times in the scriptures has he told you to give it all up for him? Many. I've got 5 of them right here. The rich man, what did he say? Sell everything you have and follow me. He didn't say, hey, go see what you can get rid of and then pack up your horse and then come on down the road with me. He did not say that. Okay, we're going to go to Luke 9:24. For whoever should save his life will lose it, and whoever loses his life for my sake will save it. The LDS people, some of them are going to have to give up their entire life's beliefs. And I know because I was 55 and I went through a very hard time feeling like my entire life has been a waste. It was rough. It was rough. Mark 8:34, pretty much the same message. Whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up their cross and follow me. Deny themselves. Just you and Christ. Who cares what anybody else is saying or doing? Can you do that? And I promise you, it's going to be hard if you're LDS. The prophet is what you look forward to. The prophet is who you follow. The prophet is who they tell you to follow from the time you're a little bitty baby. You start singing, follow the prophet. Well, would you find me in the scriptures one place where God said, follow my prophet? Now you can listen to him, but those prophets were only there to give them a warning. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, Matthew 16:24. If anyone wants to come after me, he must deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Deny yourself of all your beliefs, all of your belief system, and 100% look at him and follow him. Deny yourself. Luke 14:33. So likewise, whoever he be of you that forsaketh not all that he hath, he cannot be my disciple. I'm sure there's more. That's what I just found, just kind of quickly skimming through it. He doesn't care if you're going to have to give up everything. He expects you to give up everything. He's not saying, well, you know, they've really built up themselves in that company. They've really built themselves up in that church. They've got a really nice house. If they go against the church, they're going to lose all their clientele. He does not care. He does not care. Because he is the one you should be following, not them. So when you hear this, and I hope it goes far and wide, I don't have a big following. I'm just trying to teach some truth. And if I affect one person's life, I've done a good job. Okay? I want you to listen. And if something stirs inside of you, pray and say, is that from you? Because he'll tell you. Say, is this something I need to give up? And only pray that if you're ready to hear the answer, because giving up everything means giving up everything. But are you giving up everything? Because you know what? Jesus Christ is everything. He's all you'll ever need. So the problem you have and that you're going to face is that agency. Agency is universal. I'm talking about universal in the heavens too. You know this, right? Christ is not going to come down here and take away your idolizing of the prophet and the apostles. He's not going to take away your love for the church, your love for the scriptures. He's not going to take that away because that goes against universal law. He's going to wait until you decide you want to give it up because he's worth more than what you've been getting from them. I told you guys I saw a storm years ago, and it was in the distance coming over the mountains. And then I told you that not too long ago, less than a year ago, I had a dream, and me and my son were driving, and it got dark, like so dark I couldn't even see the road in front of me. And I thought, this is it. The storm is here. Listen to my words. The storm is here, and that storm is going to be inside of you. And you are going to have a choice. And you will know when you have that choice. And you'll make it. And I hope you have the guts to make the right choice, because you may be giving up everything to follow Jesus Christ. But I promise you it's worth it. I promise you. If you can't, go back and watch my videos of trying to explain to you how satanic the Mormon temples are. There are so many people on YouTube now, TikTok, Instagram, they're trying to warn you. Yes, you're going to have information come across your path, and you're going to be responsible for that information. You're going to be responsible. So be praying. Get yourself prayed up and listen. Don't follow the prophet. He's just a man. Listen to Jesus Christ and where he wants to lead you. He is the way. He is the truth. He is the life. There is no man on this earth that will lead you to Jesus Christ. Good luck. It's going to get ugly out there, but you can do this. See you next time.